special Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month special online show through Joe's Pub at the Public Theater in New York City, one of my very favorite places in the world to perform live. And I hope that we'll all be seeing each other soon, live and in person, bumping up against each other, maybe wearing masks, but still sweating and stinking of New York the way it's meant to be at a show. All right, but for now, I want to welcome you to this online event. It's fabulous. We've got some great, unique, genre-defying performers. It's about 40 minutes long, and you're going to freak out about how cool it is. I'm glad you're here. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Kate Siahaan-Rigg. Yup, that's me. You might know me as the lead singer for the band Slanty Eyed Mama, also badass rapper with the same band. Or maybe you know me because I've been on Law & Order a bunch of times. Like anytime something happens in Chinatown or there's a crime or whatever, they call me and I play like a public defender, sometimes a forensic scientist, basically anything Asian. I just put on glasses and look smart because that's what we do. Or maybe you saw me on my, I have an Olive Garden commercial out there. Yeah, I play the Asian eating lunch. Thank you. It's good use of my Juilliard drama training. I don't know, or maybe you don't know me at all. Maybe you're just here because you had a moment of white guilt, or maybe you just wanted to see what was going on for Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month, or maybe you just wanted to see some freaky performers because you heard there was like performance art and Vogue happening. Oh yes, there's Vogue happening here tonight, people. It is legit. I don't know, but welcome. I'm so glad you're here because indeed, May is Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month. And actually, by the way, it's also National Masturbation Month. Oh yeah, that's a thing. It's real. You can look it up. And that's kind of convenient for you because you're at home watching this right now. So I don't know what you do. Do what you do. Get a cocktail. Take off your pants. I don't care. It works out for everybody, like you do in Zoom meetings. Oh yeah, I know what you're doing in Zoom meetings. Oh yeah, I saw that story about Jeffrey Toobin from The New Yorker who forgot to turn off his camera and was jerking off at a conference call with his whole office. Yeah, didn't you see that? And there was also that thing in India that went viral. I know. So now you guys are like the canaries in the coal mine. So anytime I'm on a conference call or a Zoom and a guy turns off his camera, you know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking you're disgusting and also a little titillating because let's face it, I'm from New York where pants are optional at the best of times. So you do you, audience at home, for this crazy show. I'm into it, okay? And I know the performers are into it because they're a little nutty as well. You saw one of them in the opening montage. You saw Dynasty Milan. Dynasty is from one of the premier international ballroom houses in New York City, the House of Milan. You know what a ballroom house is. You've seen the show Pose. You saw Paris is Burning. You know well. Dynasty is legit, and Dynasty will be back to share some more voguing skills with us in just a few moments. But in the meantime, I want to address one thing before we get started, which is the title of this show, A Cure for Kung Flu, Killer Asian Artists Take the Stage. I know it's triggering. I know it's provocative and controversial and a little out there. I am aware. Hashtag trigger warning. In fact, my whole life is a trigger warning, especially for my mom who's in my head right now, and she's saying, how come you wear black all the time? So depressing. I hate your father. He looked like a pig. And she's also saying, which is something she always used to say to me, why can't you be more ladylike, like Lady Di? Why can't you be more ladylike, like Princess Grace? And I'm like, yeah, I would love to be ladylike, like Lady Di and Princess Grace, except A, they're white, B, they live in castles somewhere in Europe, and I'm here living in New York City where little old Asian grandmas and grandpas are getting hit in the face with bricks all the time now that the president said the coronavirus was our fault. So I'm sorry I can't be ladylike about it. It is triggering. Hashtag giant trigger warning. Okay? I think we need to be triggered about this, ladies and gentlemen and people of fluid and undetermined gender. Again, do you. I think we need to be triggered. We need to be triggered into action. We need to be triggered into taking a little bystander training through somebody like hollaback.org, where you can learn how to defend somebody or distract the perp and document it with your phone. You can do that. Or we need to be triggered into just asserting Asian Americans into the conversation about race in America, from which we have largely been excluded for a long time. Or we need to be triggered into making sure that Asian American artists are part of the cultural conversation, because what are Asian American artists? They are Americans. That's right. So yeah, this is a very triggering time, hence the title. You know who else is triggered? I'll tell you who else. Hong Kong Fever, who is one of the 3 members of the really badass rap group Notorious MSG, based right here in New York City, the bad boys of Chinatown. He's so triggered that he just went in his home studio and laid down some beats and started putting out these things on the internet about racial unity and what we need to do about, hate crimes against Asian people. You know what? I'm just going to show you one of them. Here's 59 seconds of one of them, then you'll come back to me again, all right? Here is Hong Kong Fever, talking about racial unity in this time of coronavirus.
Look at this sucker, his little ass puckered. Last airbender looking motherfucker, turning his back on a dying brother. Can't raise one group by pushing down another. Asians for black lives, it matters. People of color up in this poo-poo platter. Together, fighting our oppressors, putting on the pressure for us all to do better. Break down the myth of the model minority, making people feel like they got superiority. It's a fallacy, a disparity created in the system of a white supremacy. Can't you see? None of us are free in a broken system of police brutality. Serve some justice cause I'm getting hungry. You like this beat? It's a little funky. We're not illegals, we're not all born equal. We need our voices heard if we're gonna move the needle. We gotta work together to deliver us from evil. Liberation for all the goddamn people.
You see, the goal, of course, is love. It's equality. It's equal access to life, liberty, and the pursuit of the absolute right sugar level in your bubble tea. For me, that's 30% sugar and double boba. This is the drink of our people. This is what I will be imbibing tonight. But as we see, in these last few months, things have been very difficult for the Asian community in America ever since the government started talking about the Chinese virus and Kung flu. Kung flu, right? Well, we've been feeling it, and that's why this show is called A Cure for Kung Flu. In fact, Hong Kong Fever had something to say about that one as well. I'm just going to let him speak for himself in another 59 seconds. Here's another 59 seconds of trigger for you. This is the COVID-19 rap that he did.
Don't blame me for COVID-19. They make it the crime just to look at Chinese. My brothers and sisters get attacked in the streets, dealing with the suckers in the misdirected heat. Rising fear, rising hate crime. The people are divided like a lemon and lime. You and me, we got to stay united, proud of who we are, and we shouldn't have to hide it. The mothers are yelling, don't even wear the mask. Then they talk to us like we're the jackass. Fuck that. You go to Walmart and the Costco, wear the PPE, or you got to go back home to your bungalow, watching TV show, PBS or reading Rainbow. It's put a stop to the racist rhythm, the rhythm of oppression, repeating in the system, keeping people fighting, sending them to prison. We won't be saved by any politician. So this is for the homies, this is a ceremony. We got to stick together like a cheese and macaroni. Ronzoni.
That's right, Hong Kong Fever. It is all about unity. Unity, sticking together like Simon Cowell and those cashmere V-neck sweaters, sticking together like Kim Kardashian and very expensive injectables for her face. I could have said like Kim Kardashian's butt cheeks. I realized that joke was sitting there for me, but that's low-hanging fruit, literally. Now, I was asked, before we get to this next artist, I was asked to pick a charity because tonight's show is free, so you're not spending money on a babysitter or your drug dealer or, parking or drinks or tickets or whatever. So, yeah, I said drug dealer, so what? It's New York. Anyhow, take that money, and if you want to give it to somebody, I picked Heart of Dinner, which is a charity that serves elderly Asian people in New York City, a lot of whom are afraid, actually, frankly, with good reason, to leave their houses right now, and Heart of Dinner feeds them like meals. So that's a good charity for you to check out. And now I'm very happy to bring to the virtual stage for you one of my favorite Pacific Islander artists, whom I first met in New York City. He was sitting on a tiny little bar lit by flashlights, channeling Dinah Washington. I think some of you know who I'm talking about. He is like a brother to me, sort of, kind of, also like a sister to me, actually. And I'm so excited. He's in Hawaii right now, but he's sharing with us his classic, modern, old-fashioned, new-fashioned style. Please welcome to our virtual stage, the wonderful Raven O.
Hey everybody, what's up? Raven O here from Hawaii. I want to say I love you all. Big shout out to my Asian peeps, my brothers and sisters, and my Pacific Islander peeps during this wonderful time, this heritage time. I want you also to know we have to stand together and fight all this hate. Yeah, it's nasty out there, but we got this. I love you. I'm with you. Kate wanted me to do this outside, but it's way too windy today, those trade winds, so I decided to take it to the bedroom. I always have to take it to the bedroom. It's where I do my best work, by the way. So big love to y'all, all right? And enjoy this little song, little cool jazz for y'all. Aloha, mahalo, I love you. Night and day, you are the one. Only you neath the moon and under the sun. Whether near to me or far, it doesn't matter, baby, where you are. I think of you night and day, oh night and day. Why is it so that this feeling for you follows me wherever I go? In the roaring traffic's boom, in the silence of my lonely room, I think of you night and day, a night and day, under the hide of me. There's no such a yearning, baby, feeling inside of me. And this torment won't be through until I spend my whole life making love to you. Night and day, day, night and day, day. A night and day, under the hide of me. There's no such a yearning, burning, baby, inside of me. And this torment won't be through until I spend my whole life making love to you, day and night, night and day. A night and day, day and night, night and day, day and night, night and day. In the afternoon, in the early afternoon, in the morning, during the eclipse, during the harvest moon. I don't give a fuck at night and day, anytime. I just want to make love to you. Oh, night and day, day and night, night and day, day and night and day, night and day, night and day.
of dark eyes and perfect skin and hairless thighs? Does your mom put hot sauce on every plate? Do you get teased for the shape of your face? Or do they pull their eyes? Is that something that you recognize? Do you sometimes get asked about Bruce Lee? Does everyone think you're an expert at karate? I don't mean to cause you any consternation or make you feel any disease. But if you're from any one of the many Asian nations, get ready to be seen as Chinese. I bet you didn't know you were Chinese. I bet you didn't know you were Chinese. So get ready to tell your Korean mom or your ohana from Hawaii. The Issei and Nisei will need to know one of your mother's Thai. Take her aside. Cambodians, learn some Cantonese. If you're from Hanoi, forget the Vietnamese. Because basically, in this world, you're Chinese. They'll probably say ching chong. And even when they're right, they're so wrong. And even now I'll get my party on with my glass of wine and my camembert cheese, and some dumb dude from Idaho, Oregon will insist that I'm Chinese. And it's like we're back in middle school, except you're the tool who's so uncool. Don't even dare ask me where I'm from. I'm from here, you pro-MAGA moron. And if you don't like my answer, call my mom. Ask her where she's from. Here's a hint. It's not from China. And even if it was from China, she would tell you to mind your own business. Aya! It's racism for Asian Americans. A racist who you are balls you open and not disregards the particulars of habit, have not. When you're a kid, you get erased as soon as they spot your eyes, your skin, or hair. They scream of otherness so loud you disappear into one of that. No humanity, divinity, no personal space. Make a subject an object is how they erase. Equal rights, equal pay, equal access to the day. That's why it's dangerous to play off the casualties of any Asian kid being labeled Chinese. Aya! There's nothing wrong with being Chinese. Come on. 4,000 years of kick-assery. But that's so not the point. I think you know the point. So don't be surprised on first day of school when not only are you immediately uncool, but you're a whole new ethnicity. I bet you didn't know you were Chinese. I bet you didn't know you were Chinese. Technically, science says we're all Chinese or African, but that's not what they mean when they say it. Aya! Now, one of the racist stereotypes that's still out there in the world is that somehow Asian men are somehow less masculine or weak or somehow lacking in some way in terms of strength and, leadership skills. Well, here to disavow of that really racist notion is, again, this time the full trio, the wonderful bad boys of Chinatown, the Notorious MSG. Come on, boys.
Breaking news. A toxic cloud of foreboding has descended on the nation as Donald Trump's presidential bunghole tightens its grimy walls on historically marginalized people and immigrant communities. In Chinatown, residents are taking to the streets to protest the increasing gentrification and corruption that has been unethically forcing local families out of their homes. As crimes against minorities continue to rise, citizens want justice, but with the struggle for equality often comes the distant rumble of wanton violence.
This is on Kung Fever, back on the man, with the bowl cut, like a He-Man. The number one son, number one mother bitch. So damn dirty rich, gonna make your butt itch. A deep fried killer, a straight up G. A mean fellow yellow with a couple felonies. The Chinatown streets gonna make them noisy. Homies hitting hard with the MSG. In the devil's eyes, hot outside, cooking out some trouble like a piece of pie. One violence running our life, 'cause that's the way we do it from the morning to the night. Down low name, up in the game, bigger rap shit than a Saddam Hussein. You sucker MCs, remember my name? I beat them more ass than Guantanamo Bay. Hit the low res, make it HD, hit on my biz, 1080p. I'm Terminator 3 like I in the movie. I make you say a damn to the G.O.D. The devil's eyes, hot outside, cooking up some trouble like a piece of pie. One violence running our life, 'cause that's the way we do it from the morning to the night. In the devil's eyes, hot outside, cooking up some trouble like a piece of pie. One violence running our life, 'cause that's the way we do it from the morning to the night. In your palm, the whole nut bomb. I'll make your nuts shake when you feel my foot stomp. I don't hold back when I got to turn it on. I get to more shorties than a nail salon. The poop cracker, the apple checker, running off the fat with my fitness tracker. Attacker, spicy like a kimchi cracker. I'm laying more piper than a black cat decker. You picker. Back in the day, back in the hole, back up in your ass, that's the way we roll. Back in the day, back in the hole, back up in your ass, that's the way we roll. Back in the day, back in the hole, back up in your ass, that's the way we roll. Back in the day, back in the hole, back up in your ass, that's the way we take the wheel, uphill, weapon up real with a $100 bill. X steel, you know it, now you're getting down with the MSG. Yeah, take the wheel, uphill, weapon up real with a $100 bill. X steel, you know it, now you're getting down with the MSG. Yeah.
Now, you have already seen some pretty fierce, amazing looks thrown by, of course, the wonderful Dynasty Milan of the International House of Milan. Well, they're back now to show you the confluence of different Vogue styles in this piece. And I actually said to Dynasty, what do you want to do for Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month? And we thought about it, and Dynasty was like, listen, at the end of the day, I want to stop Asian hate, but love is the message. Love is the message. So here, without further ado, dancing, serving, walking, and posing that message for you is the incredible Dynasty Milan.
Love. Making love. Love is the message. Love. Making love. Love is the message.
Hi everyone, my name is Yozmit the Dog Star. I am a two-spirit singer-songwriter, performance artist, and a costume designer. Contrary to contemporary pop star who uses their fame to sell product endorsed by corporation, the Dog Star uses self-awareness and art practice as tools for liberation from inequality and marginalization and bigotry around gender and identity. And I hope to inspire queer community and non-queer community to go beyond the dualistic thinking mind and seek liberation together, the unity. I use voice, dance, and costumery as a theatrical and shamanistic trinity to tell stories about the Yozmit the Dog Star, the goddess archetype who's my higher channel alter ego using my male form, but embodying both the sacred masculine and sacred feminine. As Yozmit's conduit, I create songs, looks, and public performances and situations and workshops to spread her message of do you meaning doing you, the process of becoming fully self-realized and actualizing self-identity. Do you is my artistic mantra to shift power from external conformity to internal realization. Thank you so much, and this is my video, Stairways. Enjoy.
I know
Okay, nobody freak out, nobody, okay? I so sorry, Kay, I had to send to her room. I say, you go study, not too late for medical school. I take over the show, what do you care? Free Zoom show, free show for everybody at home. I am your mother, I do what I like. Yeah, I am Kate's mother, huh? I come back from the dead. I died 3 years ago, but I come back to haunt her all the time. I say to her thing like, you shamed the whole family. Why can't you be like Gwyneth Paltrow? Not too late for medical school. Yeah, good for her, build character, huh? Besides, I tired of seeing her do free show all the time like this one. Not even at Joe's pub. She at home with a stupid fake brick wall. Look at this, made of paper. Why this brick wall made of paper? So cheap, huh? That's because she have liberal arts education. You know what liberal mean? It means free, like you work for free. So I say, you go to your room, you study, I introduce the next part, I know what you're thinking, by the way, huh? You think maybe I come through this screen and give you COVID-19, huh? Because racist. That's why. Yeah, also maybe you think I'm Chinese, but I know Chinese. No, I'm Indonesian. But everybody think everybody is Chinese here. And also, COVID-19 did not come from China anyway. To this country, it came from UK and from Italian people. White people are so stupid. Always steal everything from Asian people. Just like the Italian steal lo mein from Asian people. They bring it back to their country. They put some garbage on top of the noodle, call it spaghetti marinara, and then they make 1 million Chef Boyardee dollars. But you don't blame Chef Boyardee for COVID-19. No, you blame Asian people. So stupid. And then people mean to my daughter all the time, huh? They mean when she on street. They say, go back to where you come from. She come from Canada. What you want? You want her to go back to Canada? Maybe get you some maple syrup for your racist Aunt Jemima pancaker? Huh? Yeah, they say, they mean to her when she put her mask on. Last year in March, she very smart, my daughter, okay? She put a mask on, protect herself. Before Mike Pence tell everybody you don't need to wear a mask. I know why he did that. He did that because he is secretly gay. He just wants to give 1 million blowjob wherever you go, need a mouth free, huh? So stupid. Yeah, maybe you triggered. I triggered too. Everybody triggered all the time. But I'm here to give you trigger warning for this next piece. My daughter, she recorded this piece, talk about stereotype of Asian women because she understand, that stereotype lead to microaggression lead to macroaggression and violence. So we need to really explode and finish these stereotypes. So this video may be a trigger warning for you, deal with stereotype about Asian women and maybe some images from recent events. I give you trigger warning, but important for you to watch. Okay. Then later you study. Maybe everybody go study for medical school. Make your mommy happy, okay.
I'm a flower, exotic blossom of the east, blossoming power, erotic pollen to the bee. I'll be your treasure. Open me up and look inside, look for the pleasure. Ancient secrets that I hide, mail order brides, hand delivered per request, mail order lies. Delivered east, delivered west, western eyes. Triple dragons of desire, eyes like fire, burning me up as they admire. man. Look at my heart, torn like a flower, torn apart. Look at my face, never the same in the same place. Delicate oriental lotus flower, tender teardrop falling past the wee hour. Pearl of the east on the necklace of the west, jasmine scented concubine in raw silk dress. Me love you long time, me love you long time, me love you long time. Take an overnight ride on the Orient Express. Take the overripe mind to alter consciousness. Can you make believe what you see is what you get? What's up your sleeve in that gentleman's bet? 50-cent massage, 50 number one wives. $50 says you can't distinguish the lies. Pearl cream plastered on a China doll face. Opium for the dragons that you chase. Me love you long time. Look at the sun, the eclipse has just begun. Look at the moon, her new phase is coming soon. Look at the trees, rising up from Phoenix Sea. Look at me, can you believe what you see? Delicate oriental lotus flower, tender teardrop falling past the wee hour. Pearl of the east on the necklace of the west, jasmine scented concubine in raw silk dress. Me love you long time, 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 me love you long time. In my raw silk dress, I said raw. Funky, funky, sucky, sucky all night long. No, I'm not gonna take a bite out of your raw G.I. Jones. Hey, you're way too hard to pick up the phone. Calling all slanty eyed hoes, Mr. Honey. Is that what you wanna hear? You so corny. Look at your eyes round with fear. Dear Uncle Sam, with your dreams of Charlie Chan. What? Hold my hands, the new world needs a new plan. Dominatrix, manicurist, laundry girl slut. 50-cent masseuse, mate, I take off off the nut. Girl cream plastered on a China doll mask. Take those pink bomb balls out of my cooch, baby. And stick them up your ass. Delicate oriental lotus flower, tender teardrop falling past the wee hour. Pearl of the east, necklace of the west, jasmine scented concubine in raw silk dress. Me love you long time, me love you long time, me love you long, 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 long time. Me love you long time, 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 long time, me love you long time.
Wow, this was an incredible night of AAPI talent. Thank you so much for showing up. Thank you to Joe's Pub for letting us do this crazy thing in the first place. And I want to say something. You know, just by being here, just by putting your eyeballs on these artists, you have done something to hashtag Stop Asian Hate. You really have, because again, it invites us into the conversation about art in America, and that's what is needed to humanize American Asians. Another thing you can do right now is go follow us all on social media. Find the social media handles of all these artists and go follow them. I know it sounds small and dumb, but it's actually really important to artists because every new person that they're interacting with online is another entry point into that conversation about art and culture and race in America. So please do that. I'm at Kate Rigg NYC on Instagram. I hope I see you there. And if you want to check out the charity I picked for tonight, again, it's heartofdinner.org, feeding elderly Asian Americans in New York City. Well, thank you for being here. I really hope that you were inspired and challenged and triggered and surprised and maybe a little turned on, and maybe you want to go and make your own AAPI art. I don't know who's out there. I hope you're out there. In any case, thanks for being here. I'll see you hopefully soon at Joe's Pub live in person, but until then, I'll see you online, and I love you long time.